pleasure to introduce some of my fellow members of the Rhode Islanders for Parentage Equality Coalition. And first is Dr. Sarah Watson, that you already heard about. And I couldn't agree more with the rep. I think Anna and Sarah maybe were reluctant activists, but they're very good at it and couldn't be more dedicated to it. So Sarah Watson.
Hi, I'm Sarah, this is Anna, and that's Eli.
And this is Kiki.
And this is Kiki. I'd like to begin by thanking Carol McEntee. Back in 2017, when my son was only days old and my partner was still recovering from birth, Representative McEntee listened to our story and heard the need for change, and we're thankful for her tenacity and persistence on our behalf. My family and I have been standing in front of legislators advocating for an updated parentage law for the past 3 years. Just about as long as my son Eli has been alive. When Eli was born, I had no presumed parental rights, not one. I was not his birth parent, and I wasn't able to put my name on his birth certificate before we left the hospital. A birth certificate is the first and sometimes only legal link that a parent has with his or her child. What initially started as a simple attempt to change the birth certificate paperwork exposed a glaring lack of protection for families like ours, and resulted in a comprehensive 46-page Rhode Island parentage law that includes all kids and all family structures. This legislation fills in the gaps and secures the rights of anyone who's the obvious parent, but not the biological one. I've personally spoken with the major physicians organizations in the state, the Rhode Island chapters of the American Association of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, the American Family Physicians, and the Rhode Island Medical Society have all supported this bill without exception. This is not a back burner issue. Our current Rhode Island parentage laws were enacted in 1979, only 1 year after the first IVF baby was born. Now, I suspect almost everyone can probably think of a friend or relative who's had to use the genetic material of other people, donor eggs or sperm, to achieve a successful pregnancy. What's remarkable is that there are literally no Rhode Island laws that address who has the right to parent the kids resulting from these medical advances. Opposite gender couples can continue to use a form from 1979 that's filled out when they're still in the hospital. This form allows them to attest to the hospital personnel that they are the parents of the newborn. They do not have to prove a biological link to their baby. In fact, they may be completely biologically unrelated to their infant, but one would never tell a man whose son was born through donor sperm that he is not the parent of his kid. Despite this, same-gender couples have no form to fill out in the hospital. We have to wait at least 6 months for the non-birth parent in our relationships to establish a legal link to our kids. While I'm proud to say that Rhode Island is one of only 5 states that mandates insurance coverage for IVF, sadly, as my partner and I conceive and deliver a child through this mandated coverage, custody of our son remains in legal limbo until we can obtain a court hearing to adopt him. Listen to our stories. If they sound scary, you can imagine how we feel. All we want is to be able to protect our little ones. Their lives were no accident. These are some of the most loved and wanted children out there. All we're asking is that you protect our kids too. Thank you.